It's a new dawn, it's a new day, and it's another fake outrage for absolutely nothing. And when it comes to anything that is Windsor Royals, I want to know why we're speaking about anything but Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein. And guys, if you like my content, please make sure you follow me. Let's get to this video. So a new book by UK journalist Robert Hartman has come out, which is depicting the transition of King Charles from the Prince of Wales to now the monarch. And it's called The Making of a King. And already it is giving the UK press something to nibble on and use as a great distraction from everything else that's horrible that's going on within that family. Meaning it exploits various intimate moments, the same moments that they were so keen to attack and criticize Omid Scobie about for Endgame. Like, literally, has it been even a month since Endgame came out? And they crucified Omid for speaking about such moments and using this family for his pocket. And do you think they're going to use any of those same talking points against this fella right here who I've never heard of? No, they won't. So in this new book, it is claimed that the late Queen was infuriated by Harry and Meghan's claim that she approved of naming their daughter her nickname Lilibet. Now, if you don't remember, there was this whole big theme when Lilibet was born that Meghan and Harry would even think about using the Queen's nickname for their child. And there were all these leaks and all this hoopla that did they ask the Queen? Did they not ask the Queen? What is the truth? So let's break it down. Let's get into this article from The Telegraph. In this article, it says the late Queen was as angry as I've ever seen her after the Duke and Duchess of Sussex announced she had given her blessing to name their daughter Lilibet, a senior palace source has said. You mean to tell me that I am supposed to believe the Queen, who has seen various wars, who has been in a leadership role for decades and seen all types of things, knew all types of secrets, possibly world secrets, met all types of presidents, dictators. You mean to tell me that according to this aide, this was the most angry they've ever seen her, just because her very close grandson decided to name his daughter after her? Okay. The article then goes on to say that Buckingham Palace then rebuffed calls from the couple to issue a statement propping up their version of events, it is claimed. What is also interesting, and I don't remember this during the time, but in this article, it says that the couple then fired off warnings of legal action against anyone who dared to suggest otherwise, meaning that anyone who tried to say that they didn't ask the Queen permission, the Sussex was coming after them legally. And we all know the Sussex got their lawyer on speed dial when it's any time they sense a bit of like, okay, y'all didn't cross too far over this line, so we got to get you right. But what was so weird about that time with this whole name thing, the fact that that was even an issue is still baffling to me. What was funny is that there was various stories about what had happened and what didn't happen. Like, for instance, besides the fact that they claimed that Meghan and Harry never told or asked the Queen for permission to use her nickname, there was another point or time where sources close to Meghan and Harry did ask the Queen for permission to use the name Lilibet, but it was after Lilibet was born. However, in this recent Daily Mail article concerning the passage from this book about this whole name thing, other sources told various other media outlets, including the Mail, that while the Queen was called by her grandson and his wife, she felt she wasn't in position to say no. What? So if she was called and was asked permission by Meghan and Harry to use the name Lilibet, but felt she couldn't say no, who hell fault was that? If this is true. But there's this clip from this author for this biography for the King that I would like for you guys to watch. And then we're going to get to my opinion.
What have you learned about her relationship with Prince Harry and Meghan?
Well, I think the relationship with Harry is still very strong. It's, there is a real, there's a fondness, a bond there. He's devoted to her. And she's very good at compartmentalizing, talking to people who know her very well. There's sort of family and there's business. So the whole issue of them leaving the royal family and their SussexRoyal.com website, all that kind of thing, their patronages, that comes under, that's business. That gets dealt with separately. But in terms of grandmother-grandson relationship, it's still very strong.
Here's my thing, and no, this isn't the Queen meeting Lilibet. This is actually a picture of Archie, but it's just there to just set the tone. I, for one, do not believe any of this to be true. I believe that Harry was very close to his grandmother. And as I've always personally felt from observing the Queen in my 30-some years I've been on this planet, I've always felt with this position, with this job, this role, she had to come to a place in her 90-some years of her life. She had to mentally learn how to separate her queendom and her being a grandmother, mother, and so on. And with the Diana era, the Fergie era, Prince Andrew stuff, all the things that came against her family, I feel she was a person who just had to learn to just deal with all of it and bite the bullet. And I don't think much got to her. That's just my observation, but I can be totally wrong. But who really gives a shit? If the Queen was so angry, as they like to say, about this whole name thing, you really think this looks good on her to be angry over the fact that the first biracial daughter is being tormented for having the same name as the late Queen? If they really think this is a good look, this only further proves what Prince Harry said. They are out of touch and they're in a bubble. And also, if this was me and this is my child, I don't have to ask you a damn thing. Let's just say I didn't ask my grandmother or my mom about using their name to name my child. And if I did use the name and it told them after, they would be so happy and honored that I named my daughter after them. Like, it wouldn't have been a thing. They would just be honored. So to the fact that the UK is thinking this is a flex, it just shows you how out of touch they really are. There's more things that go on in the world than the name of a baby.